Welcome everybody. We are going to be performing a 20-minute HIIT full body workout today. We're going to work out everything we can with minimal equipment, be very efficient. Timer just started, so I want to hurry up and get into everything. Today, the only equipment we're going to need is going to be a lacrosse ball, a mini band, as well as a set of rings. The first thing that we're going to get started with today is going to be doing some myofascial release on our glute. So we're going to take a seat on the ground. The main concept is that we want to sit our hips on top of the ball, and we're going to find a sensitive spot on our glute, and we're going to spend 45 seconds here. Again, deep breaths, trying to relax the tight tissue on this. Again, we're trying to promote blood flow, just improve fluid dynamics. We're just going to make the tissue operate better, stretch better into lengthened positions so we can get deeper into, the lunge that we're going to be doing in a few minutes. I want to take a few minutes. We'll talk about the structure of today as we're doing this. So the movement patterns we're going to perform today are going to range, again, from upper, lower, and core work. It's going to be a full body workout. We're going to perform 4 exercises. We have a 20-minute clock that's counting down right now. The goal is we're going to try to get as many rounds done of all of these exercises as we can. Now, I'm going to try to pick a pace. I hope you guys can stick with me. If you can't because you're too tired, no worries. You're going to take a small break, get some water, come back. You know your body best. So please don't push past your current limits. Over time, the goal is progressive overload. We'll make it slowly harder over time, and you'll be able to move a little faster, keep your heart rate at a higher level, and again, maybe your muscular endurance is better. Same thing, deep breaths on this side, trying to find that tight tissue, abduct your knee up and down. So we got 4 movement patterns we're going to perform, as many rounds as we can. We're going to start with doing some reverse lunges today, and we're good there. Okay, next what I want us to do is we're going to work on trying to loosen up again more tissue on our lower body. We're going to do some lunged rotations. So from a push-up position, we're going to bring one foot all the way outside of our hand. We're going to rotate all the way up and then try to touch our forearm down. Again, I'm also trying to be rather quick with our warm-up routine here. The whole purpose of this workout, if you're too tight and you can't get there, or this is too challenging, from your knees is a great option. The whole concept of today is we're short on time, right? I hear a lot of the excuse of I just don't physically have the time. So I wanted to make a workout series that took only 20 minutes, because again, let's be real, most of us spend 20 minutes doing nonsense at some point of our day. So if you're working from home, you can quickly do this in between meetings. I won't tell your boss. If it's in the morning, now you just got to wake up 25 minutes earlier. That's not too bad. That's a lot less friction than an hour earlier, right? And again, you can do all this with minimal equipment. You'll be able to do this from home. Deep breaths. Again, we're doing 10 of these guys here. As you start getting more mobile and stronger, maybe you can do these with locked out limbs. Deep breaths. Clock's counting down here. That's why I'm trying to get right to this workout. 2 more each side. Notice each side, is one side more mobile than the other? Do you feel, oh, my hamstring's tighter on this side? I feel it in my groin on this side. Pay attention to your body. Okay, good. Next up, I want us to work on a lunge matrix. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a step forward, arms go up in the air, we stretch out our hips, we step back behind us, we hinge our torso down, arms come up high behind. Step forward up, and you're turning it into like a little dance move. It's almost like a forward lunge, reverse lunge, except now we're hip hinging. We're gonna do 5 total. Again, I just want some flexion and extension in my spine. If this is new to you, and you're new to Good Life, soon you will be doing these lunge matrix very frequently. This is just the frontal plane one. There's a lot of them. 4. Last one. Good, okay, let's get started with the workout. We got 15 minutes and 37 seconds, so let's get going. First movement pattern we're gonna be performing today is gonna be a reverse lunge. We're gonna use the rings to assist us if we need them. If we don't, you can do them without that. When we're done with that, we're gonna do some neutral ring rows. When we're done with the neutral ring rows, working our back out, we're gonna come to the ground. We're gonna do some clamshells, let our heart rate come down, work our glutes. When we're done with that, we're gonna finish with bird dogs, working on core stability. We're gonna get that round done, then move on and do it again. So 15 reps of each exercise. I'm gonna talk through it all as we do it. Let's work hard, let's burn some calories, build some muscle, and take ourselves through some long ranges of motion. So 3, 2, a little over 15 minutes. So 15 repetitions per exercise. When we're doing these reverse lunges, if you need to use your arms, hold the rings close to your body, and again, use your upper body for some assistance. If you don't need to use them, you can just hold your hands out in front of you. One of the cues I want us to think of is our torso being over our front leg. I got a slight lean forward. That way, again, the front leg is doing majority of the work. If you stay too upright with your torso, you'll disperse the weight between both legs too much. Okay, switch sides. We want to think of driving through the heel of the front foot when we go to stand. That's where we're going to be able to produce most of our power. We want to make sure our knee is tracking over our toes and it is not collapsing in. 7. By that I mean my knee, I do not want doing this. I need to externally rotate my foot, activate that glute. Almost there. Last 2. Again, I might be keeping a quick pace here, so I apologize. Take the pace that you need. When we're done with that, we're gonna do some ring rows. So we got our ring set up in a doorway safely or attached to something on the wall. I get myself into a good plank position with a neutral spine. I pull myself up, I pinch my shoulder blades, smooth on the way down. Don't rush these. Do them nice and slow on the eccentric. That's gonna help you build more muscle, and it's gonna help fix your posture over time. 15 here. My elbows are close to my side. I make sure I really retract my shoulder blades. I don't wanna round forward, I retract them. Deep breaths. If you need to make it harder, you can walk your feet forward more. If you need to make it easier, you walk back and be more upright. It's the other nice thing about rings. 15, okay, good. Next, we need that mini band that I mentioned before. If we don't have it, do the same exercise, just without the mini band. That's okay. I'm gonna put the mini band around my legs. Okay, I get into a kneeling side plank position. I'm gonna go into a kneeling side plank, and then from here I just open up my top leg and I work my glute. We're doing 15 per side. If you don't have the mini band, start down on the ground, up, open, and then come back down. You'll do reps just like this. For everyone else, stay stationary up top. 15. It's a great way to work your core and your obliques. We're doing anti-side bend. We're also working our abductors of our hip. It's a great way, again, strengthening a lot of tissue at once, but at the same time, we paired this movement here at this point of the workout because I want your heart rate to come down a little bit. In case those last 2 were really challenging, I gave you something from the floor. We can kind of take a couple deep breaths, continue to move, be productive, working out areas of the body. Again, if we strengthen our hips, we'll have a lot more stability in there, which as we get older for walking, standing, so important and vital. Almost there. 2 more, and 15. How are we doing on time? We got 11 minutes left. So let's see if we can get through 3 rounds. Okay, good here. Next, we're getting into a tabletop position. So from this position, I'm gonna extend opposite arm and leg out. I lock them out, I bring them to the middle, maintain neutral spine. I do not wanna round, I do not wanna go into extension, neutral spine, okay? We're working spinal stability here, one of my favorite exercises, 15 each side. Reach. The whole time I'm thinking of bracing my belly like someone's trying to punch me in the gut. I'm just pushing out against my abdominal wall with some air that I have stored in there. Again, I think of squeezing this butt cheek, my left butt cheek of the leg I extend as I lock that leg out. Try to get that arm next to my ear. I'm not rushing them. I've really got to stabilize myself with the 2 limbs that are on the ground. And 15, beautiful. Other side. Nice and slow. Make sure your hips are level to the floor and you're not trying to rotate too much throughout it. A lot going on here. It's one of the best core exercises you can do for back health. Part of walking, moving things, is keeping our spine stable. Small muscles in our core surrounding it have to help do that. This is a great exercise for that. 2 left. Okay, no matter where you are, continue to work through. I'm now going back to the reverse lunges. Little over 10 minutes left, we're doing good. Reverse lunges. If you need the rings, please use the rings. If you don't, I'm gonna do them right here for you guys. Again, I get that slight forward torso angle forward. Taking deep breaths, trying to stay calm. If you get real tired, instead of doing one leg for 15, like I'm doing, maybe you do 7, the leg gets really tired, then you do 7 on the other, then you do 5 and 5, you know? You can alternate until you get to the 15. Deep breaths. Give you guys a moment of silence. You don't have to hear me yapping in your ear. So important that we do single-legged work like these lunges, because so often we have asymmetries in our body. Our ankle mobility is not the same on each side, hip mobility, something. And when we do bilateral things, by that I mean squats, right? Both sides of the body have to move at the same time. That's bilateral. If we don't have perfect symmetry, we usually get some stress on one of our joints. So single-legged work should be more than 50% of the lower body movement patterns, in my opinion. Walking, most of the actions we do on a day-to-day basis are not with perfect symmetry of our body. Pull, pinch those shoulder blades. So important, you guys retract your shoulder blades. If you get tired and it starts looking like this, make it easier, walk back. If you don't pinch your shoulder blades, you're only working your arms, and that's not the point of this. Think of driving your elbows behind. I think of my hands as hooks, and it's really me pulling with my elbows back. Okay, let's throw this mini band on. Try to keep this pace. I think we can get more than 3 rounds. We got a little over 7 minutes left. Hips up, top leg up in the air, deep breath. Another 15 here. Again, when I program these workouts for you guys, I'm trying to give you exercises that really give you the most bang for your buck. I don't want to give you things that are very isolating, like a bicep curl, you know, super one-dimensional. And sometimes when I give you things that are a little more isolating for this, like this for instance, right? It's working your hips, we're on the floor, you know, it's rather easy in some senses, and it's not working too many joints at once, but I strategize this so you can try to let your heart rate come down throughout this. Because the goal is how much work can we get done in 20 minutes efficiently without pooping you out too early, and work out most of our body through important ranges. So just trust me, guys. Keep working really hard while doing these. You're going to get the results. And every week we do these, just try to work a little harder in the sense of doing a little bit more reps, quicker, better form, something. And I promise, after time, which is the most frustrating part, is this takes time, you're going to have amazing results. And I can't wait to celebrate with you. Okay, tabletop position. Alternate, 15. Same with this. We get an exercise now where our core has to work, but at the same time, my heart rate still kind of gets to coast down a little. Regain my composure. Deep breaths. If you find it challenging to get your arm over your ear, I got some videos on shoulder flexion that you should watch. Look at how you can improve your mobility. If you want to make this even harder, pick your back foot up off the ground. Don't let your toes. Now we have less points of contact on the ground, and it's going to make this a little more challenging on our core from a stability standpoint. 5 more. And if you don't finish this workout because you're too winded, whatever it may be, please mark down how much you got down when you had to stop. And then next week, let's try to beat it. But I want you guys to be as safe as possible while performing this workout. You know your body. If you feel lightheaded, if you didn't drink enough fluids for the day, please take it easy. But again, a little hard work consistently, is going to give us the change that we want. And the habit, I think, that's why I want these 20-minute workouts to be the start, I think, for most people. Because it's so important to get into a good habit of taking care of ourselves. Because then, after a while, if you don't take care of yourself, you almost feel not disappointed, but you feel it. You feel more energized from the workouts, and you start to crave that concept. And that's when you're going to really hit your stride. Because it's almost like a mandatory thing within your day now. You associate yourself with these healthy behaviors because that's you. You got a healthy identity. Sometimes that's what we need to change, who our identity is. But it's going to take some time. Again, my hands are hooks. I drive back with my elbows, pinch, controlled on the way down. I think of really slowly losing that pinch in my shoulder blades. 14, last one. 15. Okay, how much time we got left? 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes. So let's see if we can get through this and then maybe almost another round. We're almost done, guys. Proud of you. Keep working hard. Hips up. Again, all of this equipment that we're using today to work out, purchasing them individually, about $50. And these pieces of equipment are so multifaceted, I don't know if that's the word, you know, you can do so many different things with them, so many different exercises. And that's why I wanted to recommend these and do a lot of our programs with these, because it gives me a big exercise selection to help you guys out. And you guys get a diverse group of movements. Keeps it fun. You don't want to do the same repetitive stuff all the time. And these things work. Make sure this is still on. There's a couple of times I've made these and the mic wasn't on or something. So, a little PTSD moment. Keep the hips up high. Right, I'm not letting them sag down. My hips are all the way forward at the same time. 15, good. If you want to use a thicker band, I know I'm using yellow, which is light with Perform Better. If you want to use a medium-sized band or something, please be my guest. Make this as hard or as easy as you need, especially for a day-to-day if we're feeling a little under the weather, but we still want to work out. Maybe you do it 50%, 70% effort, speed, whatever. And we can do this workout when we travel. We just can't do the ring rows. Instead of that, switch that out. Bring a resistance band with you. Trade that movement for something with a resistance band. That's also why I make those travel videos for you guys. I'm trying to eliminate every possible option of an excuse or a roadblock and hurdle that you guys would have. Try to solve those equations for you. Deep breaths. Keep that lower back nice and straight. Don't let it extend. And 15. Okay, how much time we got left? I'm sweating. 116. Let's get through these lunges again. And the nice thing too is we can scale this and do the same workout with weights to make it more challenging as we advance. Calm breathing. Now, when we're finished with this, don't forget, this whole workout in 20 minutes, you probably burn 150 to 200 calories. It could take you 3 minutes less to eat 200 calories. Okay? So I really need you guys to think of that time equation. An hour to burn 600 or 5 minutes to eat 600. So the energy out takes a lot of effort. The energy in is a lot easier to stop. So if you're someone whose goal is to lose fat, remember, energy out. I'm gonna do bird dogs. Band takes 5 seconds to put on. We have 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, And good, awesome. 20 minutes, guys, super proud of you. Again, think of how you eat and how hard this was to do. I'm proud of you for spending the 20 minutes here, but be really smart with your nutrition. Don't waste this 20 minutes of burning calories. I know it helped you build muscle, it worked joints and ranges of motion, it helps mobility. It does help all those things, and the calories won't take away from that. But if your goal is fat loss, remember that, because that's an important caveat when it comes to working out. So again, appreciate you for being here. I hope you enjoyed this workout. I appreciate you being here with me and using me as a mentor for fitness. I'll see you soon. Have a great day, whatever you got on your plate. Work hard, take care of what you got to take care of, and don't forget about your body. Future self will thank you. Thanks, guys.